Chenue Her is part of our team coverage, and Chenue, you've been talking to people in Nagshead. We saw some big waves and windy conditions there earlier. What's it like now? And I guess more importantly, is everyone ready for what's headed their way?
Well, David, everyone certainly is ready for what's headed their way, whether it's people who live here in the Outer Banks or people who are just visiting. I spoke to both. I mean, some who are visiting are preparing for it, and they're not quite as concerned about this as people who live here. Right now, the winds are still very strong, the same as it's been since we got here a few hours ago. And the rain has been on and off, but right now it's starting to come down a little bit. Not as heavy as it was earlier, but Dare County officials did predict this earlier this morning. They predicted heavy winds and heavy rains and potential flooding tonight and tomorrow.
It's part of living here on the islands.
It's almost a way of life living in the Outer Banks, knowing how to deal with severe weather. Monday was one of those days for Matt Jenkins and his family.
Yeah, we're getting our box together. We've got flashlights, water, canned food, that kind of thing. The only thing that we're actually going to go shopping for is probably a charcoal grill in case the power goes out. But
Dare County emergency officials have been warning residents and visitors to be prepared for all scenarios, from flooding to power outages.
I have tried getting like a few things together and making sure some of my stuff, charge all my stuff before like if the power does go out.
The Jenkins family know this is just something they have to prepare for, being Kitty Hawk residents. But David Henderson, visiting from Richmond, is hoping to get out before the storm gets bad.
I think we'll be okay.
He doesn't think the storm will be as bad as previous ones that have ripped through the Outer Banks, but he's also not underestimating it. Part of his vacation sightseeing has reminded him the power of these weather events.
Houses that used to be 2 rows back are now on the waterfront. You know, it's a big change.
Matt and his son Kenneth know with heavy rains like this and winds tearing through the waves, it's not something to take lightly.
when you're here in it, you know, and if you've been in or if you experienced it, every storm is different, but you kind of learn as you go what to do and what to kind of look out for and kind of what to kind of prepare for.
All right, so another thing we should mention is that Dare County schools will be closed tomorrow. And as you mentioned, David, we will continue to stay on this storm, and we will be on coverage for this for all day tomorrow. Live in the Outer Banks, Chenue Her, 13 News Now.